So how does one of the most important leaders in modern Indian history decide to just walk away from the religion of his birth? Today, we're going to dive into the incredible 21-year journey that led Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to not just adopt Buddhism, but to completely reshape it. This right here, this statement from 1935, it's so much more than just a quote. It was a promise, a vow that would set the stage for a huge social and spiritual shift. But you know what's wild? He didn't act on it right away. Not even close.
That's right, 21 years. Think about that for a second. It took 2 full decades from the moment he made that declaration for Dr. Ambedkar to officially change his religion. This was a long period of deep thinking and intense study.
So I have to wonder, what pushes someone to make such a public, dramatic break with their faith? Well, the answer isn't a single event. It's a long and deeply frustrating struggle.
I mean, imagine fighting for 5 grueling years just for the basic right to enter a temple. For Ambedkar, this wasn't just about worship. He said it was about human dignity. After that fight failed, he basically concluded that equality just wasn't possible within the system. He decided the only way forward was out.
So announcing you're leaving is one thing, but then comes the really big question. Where do you go? And for Ambedkar, this was a decision he was absolutely not going to rush.
And you can bet this long wait sparked all kinds of speculation. I mean, for 2 decades, everyone was guessing. Was he going to choose Islam? What about Sikhism? What would be the result of all his extensive research?
And then finally, on October 14th, 1956, and this is just a few weeks before he passed away, he made his choice. In a massive, historic ceremony, he converted to Buddhism. And he didn't do it alone. Hundreds of thousands of his followers converted right there with him.
But why Buddhism? Out of all the options, why that one? Well, it was anything but a random choice. It came after a very careful look at other major faiths and a really deep study of Buddhism that ramped up, especially after 1945. Okay, but this is where the story gets really fascinating. See, Dr. Ambedkar didn't just adopt Buddhism. He didn't just sign up for it. He fundamentally reinterpreted it, looking at it through a modern, rational lens.
Why would he do that?
Well, because he started asking some really tough questions about the traditional Buddhist stories, things he just couldn't square with a modern scientific worldview.
For example, take the famous story of the 4 sights, where the Buddha, as a young prince, supposedly saw old age, sickness, and death for the first time at age 29. Ambedkar's reaction was basically, come on, a 29-year-old prince in a city? How is that possible? He also challenged big philosophical ideas, like the absolute statement that life is only suffering, arguing, wait a minute, life has joy too. It's not that black and white.
His goal became pretty clear. He wanted to strip away the things he saw as contradictions, as dogma, as supernatural clutter. He wanted to get to a core philosophy that was practical and made sense for modern life.
But this critique wasn't just about tearing down old ideas. Not at all. It was about building something new. This whole process led him to create a totally distinct path, his final vision for what Buddhism could be.
And he gave it a name, Navayana. It literally means the new vehicle or the new way. He was making it crystal clear that this was something different, a modern vehicle designed for social and spiritual liberation.
And to make this new vision accessible to everybody, he wanted to create a single, unified book. Think of it as a Bible for Indian Buddhists, a text that would clearly lay out his rational take on the Buddhist teachings without all the complex and sometimes contradictory traditional scriptures. So this new path, this Navayana, was designed from the ground up to be logical, to be scientific, and to be socially engaged. It was a framework for improving society right here and now, not just a path for your own individual enlightenment. That book, The Buddha and His Dhamma, which came out just after he died, really was the end result of that whole 21-year search. It laid out a version of Buddhism that he believed was perfectly suited for the modern age and for the needs of his people. You know, when you look at Dr. Ambedkar's entire journey, it was really a profound attempt to answer that very question. It challenges all of us to think about the relationship between ancient faith and modern life. So, can a religion truly be changed to fit the needs of society? It's a powerful question to leave you with.